Today is the day the prosecution's case finally started to crystallize and come together in a Delphi courtroom in the murder case of Richard Allen, accused of killing Abby Williams and Libby German in 2017. And at one point late this afternoon, State Police Lieutenant Jerry Holman said during a search warrant of his house in 2022, Richard Allen turned to him and said, "It doesn't matter, it's over." Maybe, says the prosecution, maybe that insinuates some guilt for the murders of those girls. But first of all, Max Lewis, you got to figure out, how did the investigators, after 5.5 years of treading water and spinning their wheels, suddenly in September and October of 2022 latch on to Richard Allen?
Yeah, and that began really the week the girls were murdered, because that is when Richard Allen came forward and gave a tip saying that he was on the trails that day from about 1:30 in the afternoon to about 3:30 in the afternoon. And then after that, he was interviewed by a conservation officer who took his statement, prepared the report, and filed that report. But that report did not turn up again until 2022.
Two things about that report. One, that conservation agent wrote down the model and cell phone, the serial number of Richard Allen's cell phone he was carrying that day in 2017. And two, the report was misfiled under the name Rick Allen Whiteman. Of course, Whiteman's not his last name. That's the street he lives on, which is why it's misfiled in the system until a volunteer researcher digs it out in September of 22.
Yeah, and so it was misfiled not only, and also it was labeled cleared on it, which was another misfile as well. The big thing was Kathy Shank was her name, was the secretary who worked at the command post and was going through these tips. Said they were moving. She was cleaning out a drawer and one day found this tip and sent it right over to Tony Liggett, who was the lead investigator.
Tony Liggett was the lead investigator for the Carroll County Sheriff. Then he goes to the lead investigator for the prosecutor's office, a man named Steve Mullen, who at the time of the girls' deaths was actually the police chief here in Delphi. So Liggett and Mullen then on October 13th, 2022, they bring Richard Allen in for an interview.
Yeah, and they say that Richard Allen came with them very willingly. He was forthcoming. They Mirandized him during this interview, but things really took a turn at the very end when they put a picture of Bridge Guy before them, basically asking if this was him. The quote Richard Allen said was if the picture was taken on the girl's phone, it couldn't be me. After that, he ended the interview and they took him back home.
But it was a couple hours later when state troopers showed up at Richard Allen's home and began a search warrant. This afternoon, we heard from the detective, David Vito, who led that search warrant. He said in Richard Allen's house, we found clothes that looked like Bridge Guy's. We found his car, which we think was at the scene. We found knives. The girls were slashed to death. And we also found in his bedroom a .40 caliber gun and .40 caliber ammunition that looks like the same type of ammunition that was found at the crime scene. And they used that ammunition to link that gun to Richard Allen and to the murders. But what was really surprising is while this search warrant is going on, and as Max mentioned, he already had been advised of his constitutional rights to keep silent. He's sitting in the car with Lieutenant Jerry Holman of the Indiana State Police, and Holman testified today that while he was talking to Richard Allen, at one point Richard Allen just looked at him and he said, "It doesn't matter, it's over." And Holman said he said that twice, perhaps insinuating that there was some guilt of mind there. The defense pushed back on that and said, you didn't record that. We just take your word that he said it. And the defense also asked Holman and Vito, did you find any DNA on a knife in his car or on his clothes that links him to the murder scene? And the answers were no.
Yeah, those were the same questions asked of Tony Liggett as well. Did you find anything that has DNA evidence that connects Richard Allen to the scene? The answer was no. Did you find any digital evidence that connects Richard Allen's to the scene? They said no. I think you listed off the things they found in there. What is equally important was the things they did not find, including the cell phone that Richard Allen had at the time the girls went missing. That was the one device of the 20-plus devices they seized that they did not find in his home, as well as they did not find any clothing of the girls, because we learned today that there's pieces of clothing missing from the scene that have still not been found to this day.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. Tomorrow we're back at it again. Max, I think we're going to hear from some bullet extraction experts that are going to try to match the bullet that was found at the crime scene with the gun at Richard Allen's house, and we'll be right back at it. For Max Lewis, I'm Russ McQuaid reporting from Delphi.